It is said that under the Bermuda Triangle and in the dark depths of the ocean, there are ruins like a city that damaged over time. Leave that aside from the Atlantis city issue. It is said that there was a city that sank about 12,000 years ago, and stories have been told about the city of Atlantis for several hundred years. Many people say that Atlantis was an ordinary city, but there are many legends about it. They say there was a mighty empire. One of its richest and most attractive cities was Atlantis. When you walked into Atlantis, you saw some amazing architecture, and now some people say it's Atlantis, buried deep in the Bermuda Triangle. Some people say they saw a glass pyramid under the Bermuda Triangle. So there's no way we're gonna hear strange things about this part of the ocean. That planes and ships mysteriously disappear in the Bermuda Triangle region and can never be traced again. Welcome to DarkFact. In this video, we will take a different look than what you have seen and heard so far about the mysterious Bermuda Triangle. Please stay with us until the end. They say it was in the late 60s when a group of treasure hunters looking for jewels and gold and were diving in the Bermuda area. When they ended up on the beaches of Miami, explaining to people that they saw the ruins of an ancient city underwater. They say there was a glass pyramid in that city. It was bigger than any other pyramid, even the pyramids of Egypt. This pyramid was located in the same confines of the Bermuda Triangle. Of course, maybe it's a story and people made it up. But there really are erratic and unstable flows of water in the Bermuda Triangle. This area of ocean is one of the best places researchers there are researching and looking for minerals. Many would like to know how the ocean affects the climates of the Bermuda Triangle. Why is this area different from the rest of the ocean? In terms of geological structure, the depth of the bottom of the Bermuda Triangle is an important area, because it is one of the deepest parts of the Atlantic Ocean. Researchers have been conducting numerous excavations nearby to figure out what's in the seabed. In some of the investigations and excavations, they said that the depths of the Bermuda Triangle have formed different forms of the Earth's crust that are unlike any other on Earth. Some people think the Bermuda Triangle is a trap, which of course in terms of geological structure seems to be true. Let's check. We have a thing called sea mountain, that is the same hills seen on the ground. This time are deep in the sea and some of them reach 200 meters in height. In the Pacific Ocean, there are far more marine mountains than in the Atlantic. And generally underwater in the Atlantic region there is less mountain and geological diversity than in the Pacific Ocean. But in the Bermuda Triangle region, that diversity suddenly increases. There are things like a rock platform under the Bermuda Triangle, some of which reach 6 kilometers in area. These are said to be the ancient remains of rocks that were under the Bermuda Triangle and were eroded over time, causing erosion. In 2019, a group of geologists published a paper claiming that the Bermuda Triangle was caused by intense volcanic activity. Scientists say that the islands of Bermuda have experienced long volcanoes over the years, and the islands of Bermuda have caused volcanic disturbance and the magmas that have arisen go to the depths of the sea. And perhaps this is the same phenomenon that causes the magnetic devices of airplanes and ships to interfere. In the 15th century, Christopher Columbus was on a journey. This voyage, of course, one of the most important voyages in history, has been a mysterious event for Christopher Columbus. Christopher Columbus writes in his memoirs about the mysterious region, which we later find out was the Bermuda Triangle. Bermuda was first named after the English naval hero George Somers, But later, the Spanish explorer Juan de Bermudez discovered the island in 1505 when it was renamed Bermuda. Christopher Columbus claimed that one night, while he was walking on a ship, he saw a large bright light in the sky that was moving up and down. It was as if a star was approaching them. Christopher Columbus said this unknown object, which was the brightest he had ever seen, was hurtling towards us from the sky and suddenly headed out to sea. This strange case that inserted in the memoirs of Christopher Columbus caused various opinions to arise about it later. For example, researchers say that what Christopher Columbus saw this night was a meteorite that came to Earth and passed through the area beneath Bermuda. This meteorite probably had a lot of iron in it, and that's why every ship passing through the Bermuda Triangle has its compass lost, because the asteroid, which is the bottom of the ocean, disrupts the ship's navigation. Of course, that's a guess. The first recorded case of a plane and ship crash inside Bermuda dates back to 1880. The ship HMS Atlanta sailed for England but never reached its destination, and to this day, no one has found any trace of it. Some say the storm had caused the ship to disappear, and since the ship's crew members, lacking enough experiences to battle the storm, lost control of the ship and sank. Again in 1918, the Cyclops ships began to sail from the island of Barbados, but after a few days, the ship disappeared without a trace. The ship had a crew of 300. 3 years later, in 1921, a coast guard near the island of Cape Hatteras discovered a large merchant ship that had run aground. They went to the ship to help, but no one was there. It had no crew or passengers. At first, they thought maybe pirates came for the ship and unloaded it, but nothing turned out. 1945, a full plane with all its passengers and crew suddenly vanishes in the Bermuda Triangle area. A military ship heading to the Bermuda area to investigate the cause of the plane crash was lost with 13 crew members. But that hasn't happened for a long time. In recent decades, other ships have disappeared. Usually, planes and ships that get lost in the Bermuda area don't send any distress signal of their own, which is why the idea of meteorites on the ocean floor grows stronger. Every ship and plane that enters the Bermuda area is subject to magnetic disturbance caused by the presence of a meteorite on the ocean floor, and perhaps because no ship can call for help. Thank you for being with DarkFacts until the end. Please visit our other videos, I'm sure you won't regret it.